Now, one of the challenges that firm owners have is in the planning of their future execution. So say they want to grow by, a certain percentage, or they want to hit certain revenue targets. And because of that, they know that they need to serve a certain number of clients. They don't have the data readily available to figure out what is that going to mean for staffing? How many staff members do I need to add in which positions? And they kind of go with their gut to try to figure that out. Do you have solutions when it comes to projecting changes in the firm and being able to predict cash flow, being able to predict human resource needs, and kind of being in that process to navigate what does it look like to be able to hit these target metrics?
Yes, yeah. So that's really where our Termi product comes into play, right? Because ultimately, what it's doing is it's giving you the ability to firstly see, what the current state of play is, look at the history and see the historical kind of run rate. But especially with the kind of introduction of our integration with the GPT model, what it then allows you to do is kind of take that historical data, pass it through the AI model to then provide some predictive analysis, right? So then we can kind of see that this data, and it doesn't really matter what data it is, it can be any particular report, but you can kind of feed that into the AI model to then be able to give you some descriptive understanding of what the future might look like. What we've done with the kind of GPT integration, which actually I think simplifies things a little as well. I mean, predictive analytics has been around for a long time, right? But the way that people consume it has kind of evolved to a point where I think it's a lot more simple. So in the past, where I would have to look at a dashboard and lots of different charts and things to kind of see trend lines and all that kind of stuff, what we use AI for now is really to kind of explain the data, right? So rather than me having to go and look at a visual, just tell me what I need to know, right? So rather than me having to interpret the data, we let the AI do the interpretation of the data and then explain it in plain English back to us, right? And that's really one of the powerful things, is that I can pass in, a model of data that consists of the last 12 months run rate for cash flow, for example, feed that into the GPT model through our chat interface. And ultimately, it can give me, firstly, it can very simply and easily define like where the anomalies might be, so where it sees anomalies and why those anomalies might be. It can give those kind of suggestions. But like you say, like also then kind of predicting the future to say if things stay the same, this is what we can expect to happen over the next like 6 months, 12 months, and then playing with that model, right? So then you can kind of see how different scenarios might play out.
So I can just go in there and ask it to tell me, hey, if we increased our revenue by 50%, what would we have to increase our marketing budget by? And, and how would our staffing need to change?
Yeah, exactly.